All right, there's some sound. Not the sound I wanted because I don't have everything together, but welcome to the show this evening. I'm Eve with the Baby's Booty, and tonight we are going to be blinging on hats. Okay, so yesterday, if you weren't there, you need to go back and watch it. So yesterday was so good. Saturday over on Patrice's channel, if I'm not mistaken, and Dolanda has some new hat designs, and we're going to show those tonight and bling those tonight. I have them already cut out. All of them are right here. And so also SS6. These are SS6. I didn't do any of the SS10s, trying to branch out and do more SS6 designs. And then we also were going to, let's see, show you where you can get hats from, the hats that I would recommend that you would use for this type of project. We are going to be doing the Cricut hat press. Okay, so not one of those industrial hat presses, because not everybody has enough room for that. Matter of fact, I don't have one. I only have the Cricut hat press, handheld hat press, and I have DIME's hat press. But I'm gonna show you why I'm using the Cricut hat press tonight instead of the DIME hat press. And then we will also see, I told you we'll show you where to get your hats, where to get the designs, the Cricut. We'll talk about that. And then we'll talk about 2 events that are upcoming soon. Okay. So hopefully you're ready for that. Hang on to your hats, hang on to your seats. And that's what we will be doing tonight. And thank you guys for coming to hang out with us this evening. We have quite a few folks in the chat, and I appreciate y'all taking the time out to be here with us this evening. We have all kinds, it's gonna take 12 years to go down this list of everyone who is here. Precious Pieces in the house. Hey, Precious Pieces, welcome. And thank you for being a YouTube Hoop Group member in our community. DB, welcome. Miss Carol Coleman, welcome. And thank you very much for being a YouTube Hoop Group member. Samantha Taylor, welcome. Karen Murray, welcome. And thank you for being a YouTube Hoop Group member. Today is the 4th. I didn't even, it's been that kind of a day, Miss Gail. I didn't even know that. Thank you for pointing it out, because that is an awesome day. May the 4th be with you as well. And Gail, thank you very much for being a YouTube Hoop Group member. I appreciate it. Martha Jordan, welcome. Thank you for being here. Miss Sharon Davenport, welcome. Thank you for being here. Latasha Colquitt, Tracy Murray, Mylene Smith, thank you all, and Reba Phillips for being here very, very much. Marlene Kelsey, welcome. Thank you for being here, for being a YouTube Group member. We also have Dennis in the house. Welcome. And he has some graduation cap, the square graduation mortarboard bling design. So go check that out. Marilyn Barber, welcome. Thank you for being here. Melody Thomas, thank you for being here. Let's see who else we have in here. We have Addie. Welcome, Addie. How are you? Precious Pieces, big hugs. I meant to tell you that earlier. And then Valerie Evans, welcome. Kelly Wyatt, welcome. And Kelly, thank you for being a YouTube Group member. Picture Me Crafting, thank you for being a YouTube Group member. We got Evelyn in the house from Orlando, welcome. Thank you for being here. Smurf Creations, thank you for being a YouTube Group member. Renee Meyer, thank you for being a YouTube Group member. And Miss JB, thank you for being a YouTube Group member. And hey, Kristen, welcome. Thank you for coming to hang out with us tonight. I am going to scroll on down because we need to get started. I'm going to show you the hats that I have. Now, the hats that I have are not from Amazon, okay? I'm going to show you the hats that I have and tell you where I got them from. But the reason why I am not referring you to where I got my hats from, just me, no, there won't be a sale going on the website. Especially with tariffs going up, how can you have a sale? But at any rate, we are not going to I'm not going to refer you to where I got my hats from. Reason being is because where I get my hats from, they are, you have to have an account. All right. Now it's super cool because they have just about every kind of hat it is that you would want to get, including the Richardson caps and such. But the thing is, they are a warehouse. It's a wholesale situation. And you can get an account. You can create an account. And I've told you guys about Carolina Made many times. But in order to order from them, you have to have an account. So to keep it simple, I'm just going to show you these Amazon hats, which are very similar, very good, by the way. And I'm going to show you why I like those specific hats. Up Designs Customs, a member for 25 months. Thank you very much for being a member. Holler. Yes, honey. Yes. Thank you so very much for being a member over here on our channel for 25 months. I appreciate that. Thank you so very much. Let me move my huge pile of stuff and get to my hat box. So I have some hats here. I used to keep a whole lot of hats. I did. Mostly black, mainly because one of my clients that I used to do hats and t-shirts and stuff for, they wore black hats at the restaurant. So I would keep a lot of black hats. But I'm scaling back. I'm scaling back because it's just too much inventory, so to speak, sitting in here, and I can't get to everything. So this is the extent of my hats now. And after we do these, I'll probably grab a couple more from, maybe not Amazon, but it might be Amazon because the shipping from my place is kind of pricey, even though I get them the next day. Greg Barker, thank you for being a member for 22 months. Holler. Yes, honey. Yes. So thank you, Greg. Let me show you guys these hats. So the ones that I have, these are trucker, and I'm not proficient in hat speak. Okay, so I know there's trucker hats, there's ball caps, there's dad caps, there's foam caps, trucker foam caps. There's no end to the types of hats that are out there. But this I do know is snapback, and it's a trucker cap. And the trucker part is the mesh that's on the back, if I'm understanding correctly, because when the truckers are driving and they wear the hats, it needs to breathe. Sheila Cushionberry, thank you for being a member for 27 months. Yes, honey. Yes, thank you so very, very much. So this is a pink trucker cap, and it is by Yupong, which is very pricey. I'm not going to say I wouldn't recommend purchasing these, but these are excellent hats for customers that kind of want a Richardson, what's the word? A Richardson quality. Yupong is a very good quality hat. But this is a pink one that I have. I also have a black and tan one. And this one is also a snapback. This is also considered trucker. And we'll talk about the difference here. I have, these are value cap, if I'm not mistaken. Let me look and see. Pretty sure these are value cap. The fact that nothing is written in there leads me to believe, yes, they're value cap. So here are two. There's a brand called Value Cap where the price is a lot more affordable. Rosalind, thank you for being a member for 19 months. Yes, honey. Yes. Alrighty. And then, thank you, Rosalind. We have two more of those. These are value. Oh, no. Hold on. Let me make sure I'm telling you right. Let me look at something, because no. Let me see. Is this the same? No, this is not the same. So this one must be the value cap, but this one and this one came from Hobby Lobby, looks like. Yeah. This comes from Hobby Lobby. This one is considered a lightly structured hat, and we'll talk about that too. Hey, Karen. I know. Welcome, my dear. Thank you for being here for 27 months. Hi there. Yes, honey. Yes. Thank you, Karen. We did miss you, my dear. Good to see you around. We have black again, Hobby Lobby. And then I have pink. This one comes from Walmart, I believe. Let me see. No, where did I get this from? Hobby Lobby. Okay, so this came from Hobby Lobby too, and this is called a ponytail hat because it has the hole back here for the ponytail, which is crazy because I've always worn ponytail through the part where it fastens in the back, so they've made it more convenient. And then a purple one, which is the same as what I have on from Hobby Lobby. Now, let's talk a little bit about the types of caps, just in case you're curious and don't know. So this hat from Hobby Lobby, this is called a dad cap, basically. It's a little bit shorter. It has more of like a slant to it. You know, it's kind of like the kind where a guy can just throw it on and wear a hat, right? It's also what's called unstructured. And unstructured just means that this part of the hat, see how that's just floppy? There's nothing back here. It's just plain fabric and you can move it easily. It moves around. It's great. Simple hat. There's no mesh. This part actually doesn't really matter. It's just your preference. Do you like Velcro? Do you like snapback type situation? Oh, thank you for gifting a membership, Rosalind. Thank you so very much. Holler. Yes, honey. Thank you, Rosalind. We appreciate you gifting a membership to our channel. That was awesome sauce. I have to wear the ponytail caps to my great grandson's football games. It's always so windy. Yeah, hats are they. I'm not a hat person. I'm not. Normally, I don't wear hats, unless it's a bad hair day. Which yes, we're dealing with that right now. So if I do wear hats, generally it's a dad hat that I like to wear. The unstructured look is nice and casual, not a lot to it. These are excellent for embroidery, especially if you have a single needle embroidery machine and you want to try doing embroidery. This is the way to go. I don't know about the new brother embroidery machines, multi-needle embroidery machines, but back in the day when I got my 6 needle, it comes with a cap driver, but they recommended unstructured hats for that machine, not the structured hats. You would have to have like the industrial multi-needle, like the Red Line or the Racoma or the Melco, something like that, in order to do the structured hats. Okay, but we'll get to the structure here in a sec. These are great for bling, and mainly because of how flexible they are and how soft they are. So it would make a good bling hat, as you see me wearing now. Okay. And then same with this one, even though it's a ponytail hat, it's still considered unstructured. There's no structure in the front of this hat. Now, this hat from Hobby Lobby is considered structured. Another way to tell whether it's structured or not, you can see that in the inside. It's not always white, but there's like some extra structure. That's why it's called structured. There's extra structure to the fabric of the hat to keep it stiff in the front. There's no mesh back here, so it's not considered trucker hat. This is more like your regular ball cap. Can you do a single needle unstructured? Yes. Unstructured, yes. The floppy with no structure to it, yes. You can lay it flat. Generally, what I would do is unfasten it and then just try to lay it as flat as I possibly can, just like so, on the hoop. Now, they have hat hoops for the single needle. When we do an embroidery project, we'll have to show you how that works. But you would use like a sticky stabilizer or some spray adhesive to flatten this out and keep it laid out flat in order to get this hat to work on a single needle. But yes, it can be done. So Crafty, a member for 63 months. Thank you so very much, Miss Elise. Holler. Yes, honey. Yes. Congratulations. Thank you for being here for so long. We appreciate you, my love. So that's, yes, unstructured, yes, structured. I'm not gonna say you can't, but you gotta hold your mouth right. Okay. Gotta hold your mouth right with the structured hat. The one, and let me get this fixed out so that we putting them in right. I don't want them all wrinkled up. The one from Hobby Lobby, even though it has structure, this technically is a lighter structured hat. It's not extremely structured. And the reason why I say that is because, like this Yupeng hat, notice how this structure looks. Let's see if we can't get it closer. You see how that's, you don't see any, look how this looks. You can see the black through this material that's creating the structure, whereas in this one you don't see the black behind it at all, or the brown anyways. You don't see that because this is a heavier structure material in this hat. This hat, because of how structured it is, it makes it difficult for any other kind of embroidery machine other than industrial. And in some instances, it can give an industrial machine a run for its money if the settings on it is not right. So structured hats are more challenging to do unless you've been doing them for a while, you've learned the secret sauce, that whole thing. I don't get along with embroidering structured hats. I can and I have and I will is definitely not my preference because I've broken many a needle trying to embroider on these structured hats. Do they work for rhinestones? Yes, they will work for the rhinestones. But I'm going to show you what I prefer. So this is a structured hat. This also is a structured hat. This one has, you're welcome, Vanessa. This one has a nice stiff structure as well. But what difference do you notice a difference in these hats? Hold on, let me put them back up. Can you see the difference right away? That would make it easier to embroider and or put rhinestones on this hat. What difference do you see so far? The main difference why I would prefer one hat over the other. Mylene, yes. Nicole, yes. EJ's daughter, yes. Can you use embroidery patches with the very, yes, you can use embroidery patches. So keep in mind when you're embroidering or doing rhinestones or whatever on a hat, this is a channel for a needle to get caught in, for your stitches to sink in, for rhinestones to sink in. Yes, you can bling on it. I'm not saying that you can't. You can. And if you bling properly or embroider, it'll still look good. But this seam does make it a little bit more challenging. So this is considered a, let's see, I forget how many. It's a 5-panel hat, I think. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, this is a 5-panel hat. This is a 6-panel hat. And when we're talking about panels, we're talking about this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is a 6-panel hat. Okay. A 5-panel hat will give you this smooth surface right here in the front for you to put whatever you want on it, whether it be in the instance of a white polyester surface sublimation, whether it be vinyl, whether it's rhinestones, whether it's embroidery, doesn't matter. You have a nice smooth surface to work with right here on the front of this hat. So this is a 5-panel hat and this is a 6-panel hat. But you can do decoration on both. But just keep in mind, this seam might cause you a little bit of aggravation with whatever decoration it is that you choose to put on this hat. Okay. So just an FYI really quick to tell you how all of that works so that you'll know what to look for when you go to buy a hat. And so speaking of purchasing hats, let me take you to share screen and take you to Amazon and show you, let's see, share screen. show you the hats that I linked in the description. Notice these are 5-panel hats because you have a nice smooth surface right here on the front. If you purchase this, it's 10 hats. All 10 of these hats is what you will get. Now, do you need 10 hats? No, but you have a variety of colors that you can play with and do some stuff with. The other reason why I'm recommending this particular seller is because look, they have the foam front. They also have the solid colors where you can just get the colors, or you can get the ones with the white on the front. And I thought that was pretty cool of them. They have a lot of options of hats that you can get. So if instead of getting, you know, all the different colors like this one, who wouldn't want 10 purple hats? I mean, I'm just saying 10 purple hats, you know, so you can choose and get what you need. Now they say sublimation. Be careful when you're looking at listings. Like for instance, this one, you can sublimate black, but I doubt you'll see anything. The pink, the yellow, the white, you might see something if you sublimate on these. But the listing says that they're polyester, so you should be able to sublimate on them. But these darker colors they're sublimatable, but you won't see what you're sublimating on there. Okay. So if you're looking to sublimate, I would get the ones with the white front in order to do the sublimation. Okay. So this is in the description. This link, and the price isn't bad. You're talking about $27.99 for 10 hats. So you're looking at something like $3 a hat, basically, is what this boils down to. So that's pretty affordable. It actually is really close to what I pay for hats from my wholesaler. So that's why, the other reason why I thought this was a better listing, and it is in the description. Now, as far as the hat press is concerned, you can come on to Amazon and you can find all kinds of hat presses. Whoops, can we spell press correctly? Okay. And as I mentioned, they have, you know, the industrial type presses. They also have the little handheld presses. And they're all nice and everything. If you can swing that, or if that's the type setup you would like to have, then by all means. Now, if you notice this Cricut, this is the Cricut press right here, and it has $124.70, and it comes with 3 hats. But that's not what I linked in the description. The reason why is because if you go to Cricut, notice right here, the Cricut hat press by itself is $79.99. Okay. $79.99. So this is on the Cricut website. So I have that linked in the description. They also have these 2 bundles that are a little more, they're more pricey than the Amazon bundle with the 3 hats. But notice this is the press. There's those 3 hats. But then you also get these 3 hats, and you get tape, and you get some material to press to the hats on Cricut website. So that link is in the description below. Okay. And then the designs that we will be working with, the link in the description goes directly to Delonda's Etsy. And here we have all of her hat templates right here. That's the link that you'll click and you'll come to this. But once you get your hat designs, you can easily click up here or click featured products and then go to all her other rhinestone designs. Okay. So that's what we're working with tonight. That's where we are. That's what we've got going on. And like I said, all of that information is linked in the description below. So tonight we're going to work with this pink hat. We'll find something cute to put on that one. We'll work with, hopefully we'll have time to do one of these black hats, probably this one, because the ones from Hobby Lobby are looking real tragic right now, even though that's kind of tragic looking too. And then the other pink ponytail hat probably is what we'll do. I don't know. We'll see. Between the pink ponytail and the brown, only because of that seam, I'm a little, and working with SS6 rhinestones, they're smaller than SS10, so they'll be more likely to kind of recess in that seam, maybe go crooked when you press it, but we'll see how it goes. Okay. So if you HTV run may still have a deal where you pay, hold on, and a handheld hat price, and the hats are very good quality. Keisha, thank you for that recommendation. Let me go to the table and I'll show you one of the reasons why I was recommending the Cricut instead of any of the other handheld presses that they have over on Amazon. So let's get these moved over along with the thing, and I'm gonna change microphones too, actually. So here's our hat box, and let's grab this, and let's do this. All right, and settings, audio. All right, there we go. That's a little bit better, and I can move around. Okay, so here is the, let me make sure it's not hot. Okay, because I used it earlier. Here's the Cricut hat press. Now, the thing that I absolutely like about the Cricut hat press, because as what? Can you hear me? Can y'all hear me? Okay, I thought I heard you say you couldn't hear me. The thing that I absolutely love about the Cricut hat press is this right here, because none of the others have this. This is like invaluable. I have the another handheld hat press. I love the handheld hat press. It's a little bit bigger than the Cricut. And I do like that other hat press. Like I said, his handheld is just a little bigger, but I don't have anything to press. I don't have anything to press. I need a surface, and I need a surface to use that will work with my hat. If you don't have a surface, what do you press it on? You see what I'm saying? That's why for me the Cricut is no, a ham. I don't know if that's what they call it, but this comes with the Cricut hat press. This comes with it. So you have a surface to work with your hat. Otherwise, you don't have anything to hold your hat in place. Does that make sense? So having hats and blanks and a hat press, and that's all well and good. Now that is one benefit to having the industrial type of hat press, because it has a curved surface that you can work with. But if you don't have a curved surface, then it kind of leaves you stranded a little bit. So the Cricut is a winner when it comes to that. Like I said, the size is a little small though. That's the one thing that, I had to press twice to do the hat that I have on. And I was like, ugh, that's kind of, and we'll show you another downside to pressing with a handheld versus one of those pull down press type hat presses. Also, before I forget, I did put a link in the community tab for the clack fan rhinestone design and the blades that you can cut out your blades yourself if you want to give it a try. I should have linked the hardware that I purchased, but I did not. I got that off of Amazon, the hardware that holds the fan together, but I cut my own blades out of wood, and I put that link to that file and the rhinestone complimentary overlay in the community tab. So if you want that, it's there. All right, so let's take a look, and I'm gonna show you here what I'm getting at. So when you have a structured hat, it still helps to have a surface that you can use to hold the shape of the hat. Okay, it still helps. So there we've got our hat. There's our surface. It fits great. And all I got to do is press what I need to press right here. Okay. So let's bring this up and we'll go to the super structured hat. Let me take the cardboard out of it. And again, it helps still. Again, it helps. All right. But I'm going to show you what I had to do with my purple hat that you may have to do if you use an unstructured hat with this one. All right, and so let's slide this over. And so here is the purple hat. Now notice you still have some kind of like creasing and stuff here. So what I did was I took the back. So there's your creasing. I'm gonna see if I can do this holding it up in the air. And I kind of pulled the back together to straighten that out and make it as smooth as I possibly can. See how I'm pulling the slack on the back side of this hat and making that smooth, and then we'll fasten this in place with a clamp. Miss Blessed Hands by Lillian, been a member for 5 months. Thank you so very much for being here. Holla! Yes, honey. Yes. Thank you so very much, Miss Lillian. We definitely appreciate you. So all I did was take this, fold it over to keep it nice and taut, and I used one of these clips and I clipped it back here just to hold it in place so that I have a nice smooth surface to work with. Okay, so those are my couple of tips, my couple of things in working with these hats. All right, and this is invaluable when you're trying to press designs onto a hat to keep the hat from buckling, and then your design, whether it be, like I said, vinyl, or now we're talking about pressing stuff on, so vinyl or sublimation or rhinestones, you don't want your fabric to buckle and stuff, and then your a sewing pressing ham. Oh, and so that's what we're talking about. Is that's what they call one of these? I did not know. Thank you, Miss Leela. So yes, this comes with the Cricut. So that's a great thing, actually. So let's get to blinging. Let's get to blinging. Which I need to, and we'll get into it. It's been a kind of a stressful day. I think the handle is supposed to go under the hat to help me hold them all. Oh, Miss Marlene, that sounds like that would make a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. I can see that. I didn't use the hand. I would not have used the handle though, me personally. Um, and I'll show you why once we get to that. Okay. So the first design that we're going to do is this one, is the strong. And we're going to put the strong on this pink hat, I believe. I think that's gonna work. And halfway through this, I'm going to cut this on because it does not take this long to heat up. So I'm not going to cut it on right away. Let me see what I have in SS6 right here near me. I meant to grab a couple more colors, but I did not. Oh, I got colors up there too. So you know what? I see a color I'm going to use right in front of me. Let's go with some rose. Wait a minute, what is this? Yeah. Let's go with rose. Since it's a pink hat, I think this rose will be really pretty on this hat. And hopefully it'll be dark enough where it'll show. You're welcome, Keisha. Thank you for saying that. I appreciate you guys, you and Miss Vanessa. So I want to ask you guys a question. Now this is, since I'm blinging and I'm doing SS6, I'm kind of like distracting myself from the SS6. SS6 is not bad. I don't want you guys to think that it's just the worst thing ever. It's just, it's very small. Static electricity absolutely loves SS6, so that makes it a little more challenging to work with. But if you get the right brush and you get you some like a dryer sheet to rub your brush on, and you just take your time, you have time, then the SS6 can work. And a good pair of glasses, of course, that you can see with. So it's like we just that's how quickly we just brushed in this one, and I'm pretty sure all of the stones except for that one. Yep, all the stones are in there. So we did good. That was quick. But while brushing, let's get a little personal because it's been a while since I've been personal. Um, and want to talk to you guys. So one of the things that I've been working with and dealing with is that one flipped over. Since I've been sick, of course, I couldn't do anything. I was struggling because I was not feeling well. Um, so in the last week, since feeling better, I've been like cleaning nonstop. It feels like and getting things together. So if I've seemed absent or if I haven't been getting back to you fast enough or anything like that, that would be why. Between that and family and dealing with family and whatnot. Um, so been doing that, but I do definitely feel a lot better. But my question to you guys, because something came up today, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm like extremely distraught about it because there's a lot of things that there have been a lot of times in life where, and I hate to admit it, but it's the truth, where my best of intentions can rub folks the wrong way for whatever, depending upon the situation for whatever reason. Okay. And it's completely unintentional, but it happens. Um, and I'm sure it happens to all of us, but when you deal with a lot of people on a regular basis, it can happen. And so when you get to that point and you've done something and it kind of like, wow, I didn't know, I didn't intend for this to be like that. That's where I am right now. Just kind of like trying to make sense of how I could have not noticed, because a lot of times I don't pay attention to certain things. I guess because I've been, and this is like just real talk, okay? I'm not naming no names. I'm not, and if this fits you, like I've done something and it didn't rub you right, I'm telling you now, 9 times out of 10, it was completely unintentional and I didn't intend to do that. Oops. Ooh, that would have sucked. Ooh, I think that's gonna be pretty. Um, it was completely unintentional. And a lot of times, which is no excuse, but it's the truth. When I don't notice stuff. I don't see stuff other people see all the time. Um, and because I've had a lot of negative happen from time to time, and I've been through a lot in life, I'm at the age where I kind of like I choose not to look at certain things, and I try really hard not to look for ulterior motive, I guess. Um And I do that. Like, for instance, someone emailed me today and I responded to the email. And I've told y'all this before about me. I responded to the email, I answered the email, and I hit send. And as soon as I did that, I was like, oh my God, I didn't say hi. I didn't say thank you. I didn't say, I appreciate you reaching out. I didn't say any of that. I just answered the question and I hit send. And that's one of my biggest drawbacks because it can seem impersonal, but that's not my intention. My intention is purely to get you the information that you're asking for, but I need to learn to be more personable, I guess is the word I'm trying to say. And so, I eventually after the show and when I settle down, if I don't forget, that's another issue I have. I forget things. But anyway, um, I'm going to reach out to her and apologize because it just hit me. I wasn't like warm and welcoming or anything like that. And sometimes I'm just trying to answer the question. So anyway, my biggest thing is I really don't know how to say what my whole heart is really trying to say right now. And I'm also trying really hard not to get emotional because my personality has always been one where I just want everyone around me to be happy. That's pretty much all I've ever wanted. And I go through a lot of great lengths to try and make everybody happy and to keep everybody happy, even at a disadvantage to myself. And that drives my husband absolutely bonkers. He can't stand it. But that's just how I am. And very seldom will you hear or see me say anything that could be construed as selfish. Um, a lot of things that I do, even business wise, I operate at a bit of a loss to myself, but that's my choice. And that's what I choose to do for whatever the situation is. So it's difficult when it's pointed out that I'm not doing something that would make someone happy or that I've offended someone, especially somebody that I care about a whole heck of a lot about, actually. So if I seem, a little bumbly and fumbly, that's because it's just like my whole everything is rocked right now, and I'm trying to figure how to. I don't even know to begin how to fix it. I just don't. But a little stressed out about that right now. Another thing I got going on, which I've been again. This is gonna be so cute, y'all, on this pink hat. Oh my God. And I did not turn the hat press on. Another thing I've been working on in the background, and it's like I'm torn as to whether to even talk about it or not because I share a lot with y'all. I share a lot. Look at that. That's so pretty. Oh, that's so pretty. That's rose and amethyst. And that's gonna go on this hat, and that's gonna be super cute. But I didn't turn the heat press on, so let me do that. And on the Cricut mini press, because you're working with a uneven surface. Oh God, uneven surface. Let's address that elephant too. Uneven surfaces, anytime you're dealing with a rounded area, you're gonna have, and if it's big, you're gonna have it's better to Like this technically is too much room. I really need to trim this and make it super close before pressing this, because you want as little movement, as little room for error as possible. So I'm going to trim this, and I probably won't be able to use this again, but that's fine because I need this to go where it's going to go, stay where I needed to stay, and not move. So because it's a curved surface. But at any rate, I'm going to try this upside down like she recommended. But I share a lot with you guys about my life. But there's a lot that I don't share, and I haven't shared because it's, like I've mentioned many times before, I've been through quite a lot in my life, and not all of it the best. So there's a lot that I don't share, but when I do have wins, I like to share them. But there's a lot of folks out there that don't like to see you win. And so that's why I'm kind of torn on whether to share some really, really super awesome positive news that I've been working on for almost a year now. And it finally worked out in my favor. And not without a lot of prayers and husbandly help, but it did work out. And so I really want to share the journey with you guys as I go from what I'm doing to what I want it to be. So I'm hoping I can work that out. I'll let you guys know more. But for right now, just know that, it's hard. It's hard. Life can be challenging at times, and knowing the right thing to do, the right thing to say, the right time to act, the right time to move can be difficult. So if you're going through that right now, I understand. I'm here with you. I'm sending you a hug because I'm there right now, and it's very distressing, like extremely distressing. So, but at any rate, this, I'm going to move this down a little bit. I don't want it too terribly close to the brim, because even though this does get pretty close, I want to make sure that I get a good even pressure on this. So listen, Linda, listen. I don't have my listen, Linda, listen sign over here. Listen, Linda, listen, listen, listen. When you are pressing rhinestones with a handheld press, can you hear me, Lord Jesus? Please tell me you can hear me so that I can let you know this from the horse's mouth, okay? When you are pressing rhinestones with a handheld press, you have to have pressure. That's the plus side to the automatic press machine, because it can give you the pressure without you having to tremble. And especially for folks who don't have, I don't work out. I don't work out at the gym. These are floppy bat flap mom arms. So you have to have pressure. Something that can kind of help you where you may not have that pressure is putting it on level 3. Honestly, to me, level 3 is too hot for the rhinestones. You really need it to be on level 2. But in this instance, because you're dealing with hat material, you're dealing with trying to put pressure on this thing, a little bit more temperature will help negate some of the lack of strength you may have. Now that I've mentioned that, the other listen, Linda, listen, you have to know when you're doing hats or rhinestones, period. I mean, just doing rhinestones, period, with a handheld something. Please do not iron. The temptation is there. The temptation is there to just move it around. Don't do that, because what this is doing is applying heat to the glue and melting the glue on the back of those stones. So if you shift in any kind of like movement like that, it's just going to slide your stones around, because you're sliding the glue on the back of that stone, and it's going to mess up your design. Okay. So when you're doing these hats or any handheld press with rhinestones, just press. Okay. And press with all of the strength that you possibly can, because if you don't, the glue and the pressure of the stones won't be enough to keep longevity of the stones on your product. Okay. Because I've had folks that are like, oh, we use stones didn't stay on. Okay, what press did you use? Cricut Easy. Okay, well, fam, you got to press with that thing. You have to apply pressure. You have to apply pressure, because those stones will come off in over time, but they won't stay. They just won't stay. Okay. So I'm like trembling, trying to give the pressure that these things need to make sure that everything is pressed like it's supposed to be. And what I also do is I let this cool a little bit, which is the exact opposite of what I do with t-shirts. With t-shirts, you peel hot. With a hat, I let it cool just a little bit. See, one of these stones shifted, but that's because it was probably close to the heat. And see, it's still moving. These hold heat. So I'm letting it cool just a little bit. And if you want to, you can use like your brush and kind of apply a little bit more pressure as it cools, just to, and then we'll peel. As you peel slowly, so that you can see. If a stone lifts up with the tape, just lay it right back down and press on that one stone, and then peel it up again. If it doesn't, if it comes up again, then you either didn't have enough heat or you didn't have enough pressure or time. Press it again. Okay. So let's peel this up. All of the stones stayed. Yay. One of my stones flipped over. No, that's a boo, but it's no worries because it didn't adhere. So I'm just going to flip it over right here in its spot. And I'm going to do what I was going to do anyway, which is press it again. Okay, I'm going to press it again. Because when you, just like I do with denim, I pre-press longer, 30 seconds. Then I put the template on the thing and I press it 30 seconds. T-shirts, 12 to 15 seconds. I'm good. Take it off, peel it, go on about your business. That shirt will last forever. Denim, sweatshirts, hats, press it and press it again, because you're talking about a thicker, different material, and you want this to stay and you want it to last. So I'm just going to press it again without the paper. And I'm not going to press for as long. I'm just merely, just kind of reinforcing what I just did. That's all. Nothing major. And I don't quite have to press as hard. But then that's it. Now we got us a really pretty hat. This is, again, on this pink hat, I used rose. So this pink stone in the middle is rose. The 2 Corinthians 12:10 is rose, and the outline is amethyst. And that turned out super pretty. I'm glad my amethyst was sitting right there, because I would not have thought to get amethyst, but that's super pretty. So we'll do a giveaway of this hat after the live. So that looks good. And this is, like I said, this is a Yupong hat. So I probably could have come up a little bit more, but it's positioning is entirely up to the person that gets the hat. So I did mention that I probably skipped this one, but just to show you how it may turn out with this seam going down the middle, let's do this brown one. So that one was strong. Let's go with loved. And the reason why I'm choosing loved is because the middle here is not a whole lot going on rhinestone wise in the middle where that will go down that seam. So hopefully that'll minimize the amount of rhinestones tilting any right there with the seam. Okay, so this is brownish. Let's go with, I'm gonna go with this jonquil AB. I think will be really pretty. I think that'll be really, really, really pretty. And we're gonna do jonquil AB for the word loved. Oh, I forgot this part. The John 3:16 is SS10. It's not SS6. So make sure that you know, you pay that attention with the love. Now with strong, it's SS6. And with blessed, it's SS6 as well on that one. But with loved, the John 3:16 is SS10. Okay, which is not an issue. We're gonna brush in. Actually, you know what? Let's tape that. But we're gonna brush in the SS6 first. I'm gonna tape it off just to be sure that I don't get any SS6 down in these holes. Not that it would be too big of a problem because you're talking about you know, they're pretty decent sized holes, so I can get the stones out without any issue. But just to be on the safe side, I'm gonna tape it. Okay. I know, Cricket. I know. Try and leave you on, cause. All right, y'all. So let's do jonquil AB, and I'm sorry, I'm not really looking at the chat because, and I'll go back and watch it and watch the chat, but I just, my heart isn't in it right now, so I'm doing this and trying to get and I'm doing SS6. Patrice is proficient at SS6. She got this SS6 down pat, but I don't have it. It's a challenge for me. All right. But I will say this, despite whatever my, I don't want to say loyalty because that's the wrong word, because with friends and someone, not friends, we going past friends, with someone that you actually love, your love transcends everything else. And so you everybody else is gonna have to fall back. So but that's a different conversation for everybody else. All right. Nice. Go me. SS6 stones are so teeny tiny, y'all. I tell you what. Normally, as I bling, you know, I like to, if there's missing stones, I'll pick them up and move them. And picking up these little stones is not as easy as it is with the SS10s. So my fingers are like, wait a minute. And the stone go in my fingernail, and I'm like, bruh, I need you to. Okay. All right. So there's that. And I'm going to take a chance. Okay, Team SS6. Team SS6, you got to have strong eyesight That's what that is. Strong eyesight and patience. And a good brush. Like this fur is top notch for SS6. Okay, I'm going. No, I'm gonna go ahead and brush it in. I started to say I'm gonna do this separate, but I'm gonna go ahead and brush in the SS10. That way it's done. I'll pick it up together and we don't have to worry about it. What did I say? Jonquil AB. So that is Jonquil AB. So we do have Jonquil AB in SS10 and SS6 on brush. So most of the stones actually come in SS10 and SS6. So keep that in mind. And if you are brushing in your stones, something else, just a side note, pro tip, side note. If you're brushing in your stones and you're seeing that the stones are just not trying to go in like they're supposed to, there's a couple of things to look at. Number one, static electricity. Get you a dryer sheet and rub your brush on the dryer sheet. And see if that helps. If it does not help, then what you want to do is look at the bristles of your brush. Turn the brush over and look. And you see how I got two stones that have nothing to do with Jonquil AB down here at the bottom? I saw that when I picked up the brush. So I wasn't even using the bottom, I was using the top. But sometimes that can be the culprit. I said Montana. Sharon Davenport is it? Yes, it is. It's purple. Yeah, it's a purple, like a chromish color. Look and see if you have stones under your brush. If you do, knock them out carefully, because knocking the brush on the table can cause your stones to jump out. So just be careful with that. If that doesn't work, take a look at the stones as you're brushing them. Every blue moon, you'll have some rhinestones that have decided that they're going to be mates for life, and they're stuck together. Like you can't get them apart because they're stuck together. Stones that are stuck together will mess up your flow in brushing in your stuff. It's like it knocks the other stones around and doesn't let the other stones be happy and be at peace. So if you see those, take those out and throw them away. And they're not very frequent in our stones, but it does happen because this is glue. And as they're making them, the glue can stick two stones together. And so just make sure to get that out. Okay. So like I said, it's either static or stones. Well, it actually could be a wrong size template too. But for the most part, if the template brushed in and you know it's brushed in right in the past, it could be stones in your bristle. It could be static electricity in your brush, or it very well could be that your you may have a couple of stones stuck together. Miss Joyce, I try. I don't get it right. I mess up so much it doesn't make any sense. Okay, so this is Jonquil AB. I'm not. Oh, here's the other thing. I'm not reusing this. I'm not gonna reuse this, even though it's super sticky. But it's a curved surface, and this is, I already have a ridge in the hat to fight with. But once you look at all these ridges in this tape, I need my tape to be, nice and straight and stuff. So I'm not going to reuse this. I'm actually going to throw that away. And I cut it short to fit the thing. So I don't want any complications. Like, see how that has a crease in it? I'm not going to use that either. I don't need drama when trying to pick this up. So we're going to go with as simple and as nice and crisp as I can. So I'm going to cut a new piece for every hat that we do to make sure that things go according to plan. All right, so let's cut this here. can't rub my finger over the stones once I'm done. Take it to the stones. I mean, no matter how. Yeah. If you have, not saying that you do, but if your hands are like sweaty or clammy, a lot of times it'll. Why are these flipping over? Dang it. It'll pick up the stones. Like when I'm sweating, or if I've been working or whatever. Sometimes I'll go to brush and it'll pull stones out too. It's not a it can happen. What in the whole wide world did I do with my tweezers? I think I'm gonna have to do this the hard way. I don't know where my tweezers are. All right, boom, that came out great, but I have two stones that decided to flip over. So what I'm going to do is, I prefer to use tweezers. Hold on, because my fingers are fat. And oh, here they are. Ta-da! All right. So when you go in, tweezers can get in these little thin spaces that my fingers cannot. Because if I pick this up with my fingers, it'll knock the stones that are well behaved out of place. And there I got a whole mess that I got to deal with. So now that I've picked this up, I'm just going to put this right back in the template as if I'm picking it up for the first time. Line it up with the holes as best as possible. Sometimes you ain't going to get it perfect. But the reason for that is to make it easier for me to find where these two stones went and put them back in place. And they were right there. And so I can get them and put them right back where they were. Hopefully. Yep. Oh, man. There we go. And there we go. Nice. All right. I'm going to leave that there for now. Oh, Cheryl Green, that's an awesome gift and an awesome thing to do for your niece. What do y'all think? Okay, so this is Jonquil 8. You know what? Let's do this. Actually, I'm gonna take it up. So glad I'm feeling better. I missed that comment, sir. I'm sorry. I saw it pop up, and then when I looked, it was gone. Okay, so here is Jonquil AB. I'm gonna trim this a little bit better so that it'll fit better. You see how that looks? This hat is tan and black. What if we line this with black? Would that be team too much, you think? Or, ooh, that's SS6. Hold on. I may not even have SS6 in black right here. Let me see what I have. Let's see, what do I have? Where are you? Is this black? Yep, I do have black diamond. Ooh, black diamond. Ooh, black diamond I think would be pretty. Let's do black diamond. Because it's not as dark as jet black, but it'll bring the black from the back of the hat to the front, and I think it'll tie it all together. Oh, that's gonna be pretty. Okay, let me get my tape. Also, you guys, I have a link in the description, at the top actually of the description. In July, there is an event coming up called the Applique Getaway. The Applique Getaway is a really cool event that is going to be in Irving, Texas, which is right outside Dallas. And they basically have vendors come in that sell blanks. So sublimation blanks, sewing blanks, all kinds of blanks, DTF stuff, baby outfits. Last year there was a lady there who made is that, wait a minute, this ain't black diamond, this is jet black. That is jet black. Ugh, I got it in the wrong container. It's all right. I still think it's gonna be cute. Even though I think black diamond would have looked better. I personally think black diamond would look better. Matter of fact, do I have black diamond? I may not have black diamond. Sorry. So the event will have vendors there selling blanks, as I mentioned, sewing notions, because I was able to get quite a few things there that you would use for sewing. So definitely check out that link if you live near or around Dallas. I think you'll enjoy the event. It is, I don't know the price of the tickets. I didn't look at that. So I don't know, but definitely check that out. And then I will be hosting a Bling Fling there. So we'll be blinging together there on Saturday night at the event. Also in October, the Bling Fest is coming up, and that is our annual event. And the Bling Fest is October the 25th. October the 25th. And the link to that is in the description as well. But that one is our event. It will be held in Charlotte, North Carolina. And that event is going to be a party. That's what's going to happen there, like a big party. A lot of fun. All of the blingy fun you could possibly think to have. Rhinestone event only, whereas at the Applique Getaway, that's more for crafting in general. So like I said, sewing stuff, sublimation stuff, embroidery stuff, just a lot of fun. I do like, and they have classes at the Applique Getaway, classes to take and all of that. Whereas at the Bling, oh, did I cut that? No. The Bling Fest is all about the bling, baby. We're just gonna be having a good old time at the Bling Fest. So check out those links. If you're in the area, please come. We would love to see you and love to have you join us. And you will, yeah, you will buy more than you. Sharon Davenport is not lying. When I tell you, you need to bring about 3 credit cards to Applique Getaway, because you're going to find stuff to get. It's just inevitable. Just stuff you be like, man, stuff you didn't know you needed. You're going to find it at Applique Getaway. So bring your rolly bag and bring your credit cards and and they like to have fun as well. They do. Matter of fact, was it bingo? I think they do bingo every year. I went for the first time last year, but y'all, the bingo was an adult event. Okay. So I'm just going to say that. All right, here we go. We're going to press this twice. And it's structured and it has that seam. So it's like it's not laying. I probably could have cut the tape maybe to get it to lay better. But we're going to see. I may have to press this 3 times because of that seam. And make sure that I get these bottom stones. But y'all, them ladies, them old ladies at the bingo, I was like, ooh, they had me clutching my pearls. I'm like, oh my gosh. Y'all kind of grown, ain't you? Okay. See how it wrinkles the tape? That's because of the curve. It's just a part of how this thing works. Up, stone coming up. So I pressed it, it went back down and stayed down. So that's good. These, and they could be coming up. I did not remember how earlier I let it sit and let it cool. I didn't do that this time. I'm pressing it too quickly. I'm sorry, peeling it too quickly. Oh, there's another stone that came up. Let's put you where you belong. Hopefully the glue is still, yep, okay. Oh man, see, look, it wrinkled the hat too. Good night, Elba. It wrinkled the hat as well. These structured hats are, oof, not my favorite to work with. They really are not. Hopefully I can get this wrinkle out some kind of way. And then whoever gets the hat won't be like, oh my God, no, she did not. And then I didn't pull a hat. See, did I leave the, no, I didn't leave the what's the face. So see that, let's see if we can't finger press that out. It doesn't look like I can. So keep, this has glue in it too much heat. Honestly, I think that's what this is. This is a case of too much heat, which is why I said on the rhinestones, level 2 is good enough, but I crunk up the heat because I knew I needed to get that pressure on there, and I'm pretty sure that's what it is. And then too, see, this is wrinkled as well. You see that? So with this wrinkle is going to transfer to whatever it is that you're pressing. So you got a lot of stuff fighting against you that you got to kind of pay attention to. And what I can do, like she said, work from the inside. I'll try my other Cricut handheld on the inside and see if we can't get that straightened out. Yeah, the brownie is pretty. And the Jonquil AB on there looks amazing as well. It really does. The Jonquil AB is popping. See, it's wrinkled on the hat form. All right. So I went ahead and pressed that because I wanted to see how this jet black would look. Because if it's too much, then I was going to do black diamond. No, that actually, ooh, oh my God, that actually looks really good. So I'm going to keep this jet black. Let's let the Cricut mini press heat up. Meanwhile, let's grab this pin. Do I want to do the ponytail or do I want to do a black hat? Let's do a black hat because I'm struggling with colors right now. I'm struggle. All right, so next we'll work with this black one with the seam. Hopefully we'll be able to keep it from wrinkling, hopefully. Since we already got one pink hat, we're not gonna do two. And look, some of the color, can you see that? You see how some of that color, look at that brown came off on the tape. That's crazy. That the heat on here was too hot. Okay, let's see if we can. I don't know. And then too, I don't want to loosen the stones either. But I'm trying to use the tip. I don't know, y'all. Oof. I hate that because it was, you know what? Let's press, I'm going to press the black on there and see if it just kind of like helps hide it. Because it might hide it. It might not hide it, but make it less noticeable. Let's see if that works. And I'm going to turn this form around to the smoother. See how there's no wrinkles here? I'm going to move that and do it this way. All right. And I don't think that will make a difference clamping it because it's structured, so it's kind of staying straight anyways. All right, let's try it. Whoops. Boom. Yeah, the curved surface. See how it's doing right there? So I'm going to probably need to, let's see if this helps. It may not help. It helps in sewing. So let's see if it helps in pressing bling templates. It doesn't look like it. Let's see. It might. No. Not really. All right. We'll just start right here. And hopefully we'll get this done. And I turned it down as well. I turned it down to 2 pieces of bacon. Look at one of my stones shifted. I can see that already. Right here. These stones shifted. And that slid down. This hat is a not good disaster. I messed this one all the way up. Yeah, I messed this one up, y'all. Mainly because of the wrinkle, but it's just messed up. I'm gonna press this anyway because we ain't about to. I'm sorry, y'all. I think this one, steam would help with foam. Steam helps with, especially if you're doing embroidery, because the buckram, which is what this is called buckram. This is so stiff and crunchy. When you're embroidering it, it stays stiff. Oh my gosh, this is terrible. This is terrible. Yeah, no, see the black, I messed it up, y'all. You'll see it when I mean, it's beautiful from a distance, but you see how my stones shifted on me, and it's just is some of them aren't. Yeah, no, this isn't. That wrinkle is just like team too much. I shouldn't have used such high heat on this one. I'm sorry, we ain't gonna fool with that hat. I might try and fix it. I have a Rhinestone heat setting tool that I got, and I'll try and see if I can't get it to work with that to fix it. So we'll worry about that later. Have a good night, Rosalind. Okay, y'all. So let's go with that black. You know what? Let's do olivine. because I don't use olivine very much. It's a beautiful green color, like camo almost, camo green. So let's work with some olivine, especially since I got it right there. Olivine is really pretty. All right. And next week, I will not be on live. I will be going on. Well, we were considering taking a trip to the beach. Now, whether or not we do that or not, I don't know. But the husband wants his weekend free and clear. So next weekend, I will not go live at all. So I will miss you all, but I will be hopefully having fun in some kind of sun somewhere. But Lord knows I need some sun. All right. There's that. Okay. All right. Let's put this back so that we don't have a mess of stones all over the place. And then we're going to butcher this piece of transfer tape. Yeah, that done is all being sick, right? Be just me, I get sick anyways. Let's see. Straight down. That's where I'm messing up. I'm not doing my taco. I'm doing go straight down. Oh, and the static. I got a lot of static in here. I noticed that in my brush, but all right. Get 1037. It's not bad. We're doing good. Hopefully this hat won't mess up, and then we'll have two hats to do a giveaway for. All right, this is going on the black hat. And you know what? Well, nah, I don't think it'll do the same impact. I started to say we could do a black outline on that too, but I don't know that it'll give the same impact as it would on a shirt. So let's do olivine. And you know what? Let's do rose again, because I think that rose would be really pretty with this olivine. So we're gonna do some rose pink. So we got a lot of pink going on tonight. Alrighty, there's that. Oh, Evelyn, I'm sorry. Ooh, Keisha, you're gonna be busy. Yeah, supervisor. I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't wind up going too. His silly Billy self. But Miss Evelyn, yeah, finding the stuff in the walls, especially if it's a house like mine where it's an older house that's been in existence. It's like, bro, every time I turn around, I'm finding something I got to fix. Something. I was just like, oh my gosh. Like, oh. But I wouldn't trade it for the world. Susan Green, the link is in the description. The link is in the description. It's at the very tippity top. And it should say something about Delonda's hat templates or something like that. Should be right up top. Because I did a direct link to all of the hat templates that she has. So that you don't have to look, for each individual one. You just click on that link and it should take you to the page that pulls up all of them on Etsy. All right, now let's try this again and see if we can't get this black one to cooperate. And I may have to tape this one. Not tape it, but clamp this one. No, I think we're good because it's got that little bit of structure. And I'm gonna put it on 2 pieces of bacon. And if you're wondering what the 2 pieces of bacon is, these waves on here. They look like bacon, so I call them bacon. All right, and so here is, let's see, this one, this olivine on that black is gonna be super pretty. No, what are we doing? Okay. You know what I'm gonna do? This is what I'm going to do. Let's see if this helps. Because I'm tired of the shenanigans. Real tired of the shenanigans. Okay. Actually, let's do this one first. I'm going to do this one first because the other has to go around it. So, and this was laying there nice and look, laying there behaving. I appreciate you, Matthew 5, 11 through 12. All right, so let's press this. Thank you, Gail. I appreciate it. Two pieces of bacon, not three. 2 pieces of bacon lit up. All right. Let it cool. These two still ain't want to stay stuck. Okay. Let's get some extra pressure down here. That's where the least of my pressure is on this end of the heat press. So again, that's why I turn the heat on it up, is to help with some of this pressure I don't have strength wise. Whoop. That still didn't do right. Hold on. Oh, there we go. Being impatient, not letting it cool. Oh, well, that one flipped over. That explains why. Great. Who is this? Oline. This still got the pattern of the glue, so it's like it didn't even heat it. So, and it looks like you're missing. Come on, turn over. Thank you. There we go. All right, let me turn it this way so I can have a little more leverage and put it in the middle of the heat. But yes, you can get rhinestones on with the Cricut press. It's just, you gotta have the pressure. These two stones are not wanting to stick right there, and I don't know why. Hold on, let's take a look on the inside, make sure there's no. Let's pull this out. I'm sorry, this I think is the buckram. I told y'all wrong earlier. I was incorrect. I think that's what that's called. I can't remember. I'm gonna have to look it up. It's been a while since I've had to deal with hats and hat parts. The buckram, I can't remember which part the buckram is. Okay. All right, so that could have been messing with my pressure as well. How much time I got? Okay. Because you gotta have a nice. Come on, bam, turn over. There we go. And I think one is missing right there too, even though it wasn't on the tape. All right, come on now. Hopefully that didn't shift because I didn't have any tape to hold it in place. But and multiple presses on the stones don't bother the stones. As long as your heat is where it needs to be. If the heat is too high, multiple presses can damage the glue on the stones. Okay. That looks great. All right, and so now let's do this, and hopefully it'll lay better with see, now that curve is cut, it's actually laying like I wanted it to the first time. So I may have to start pressing these separate. Alrighty, that's that side. And now let's do this side. All right. This time I'll be patient and let it cool a little more. Even though the tape is released up here and I can see those are sticking like they're supposed to. So I'm going to cut that arch out of that one to make it easier for it to lay. All right. Nice. Even though I got a little close right there. And what is this? Why are you? I have two stones on top of each other. Look like I had two stones on top of each other. Yeah, I did. This top one is a duplicate, but this bottom one is not. See that stone missing right there out of the D is missing. But then too, no, I got it pulled out, so it should have been fine. Where is that big old purple fan? Evelyn, it's over there. I was going to clack it and stuff, but it's just, I'm not feeling it. Why? Okay. So, again, the stone, I'm going to have to put it there. Whoops. Because it's not wanting to do right. All right. No. My stones came loose. All right. There's that. And now this stone wanted to flip over. Let's put it back. All right. Yeah, I put the word blessed too close. Now it's overlapping the number 12. Oh my gosh. See what I'm saying? This is, y'all probably like, this is the least lively show I have ever seen. Let's see. Let's take off this one, I think. Yep. And then let's take off this one and this one. The 12 is most important. Here we go. Give that 12 room. And there's the pink outline. So let's press this. And then hopefully we won't have any issues out of this one. Hopefully. No, I'll be giving it up there. Okay. Oh, Keisha. Yeah, it can be stressful, but it also relieves stress. Definitely. Because that's what got me into crafting is stress and some trauma. So it has helped me heal. It has helped me meet some really awesome folks. It has helped me learn what business is and doing business. And it has helped me learn that business isn't always as pretty as you want it to be. There's blessed. Okay. So we got a strong and we have a blessed. And we would have had a loved, but the black, like I said, I have a rhinestone tool that I'm going to use to see if I can't salvage it. I don't know. The wrinkle kind of like kills it for me where I don't even want to try. And I can't help but blame myself because like I said, you see there's even wrinkled here, but because I had the heat turned down, it didn't transfer to the adhesive back here and manipulate the adhesive on the back of this stuff right here. So I'm not feeling it in the least little bit. The design and the colors, perfect, spot on. So what I'm probably going to do is see if I can't find this kind of hat in this color and try it again without the seam and see if we can't get a better outcome on this because that is gorgeous. I love the designs. They fit perfectly on these hats. And it gives a nice amount of rhinestone blingage to draw attention to a plain old hat. You know what I'm saying? They're absolutely gorgeous. Susan said I can steam it. Candy say I'll fix it. Send it to me. Hilarious. But these look at that olivine and that pink, fam. That olivine and that pink is where it's at. And then the pink and the A. It starts with an A. Amethyst. My brain is just not happy right now. The rose and the amethyst. Rose and amethyst on pink. And then that's olivine and rose again. She said it just looked like it's been worn. Hilarious. Yeah, technically. But so like I'm gonna see if I can't show it to you on this other camera because it has some stones stuck on top of each other too. So that's the other problem. Because it slid on me or something. I don't know. Something to aggravate me and stress me out. Thank y'all. Let's see, wrong thing. Let's go here and switch. All right. So let's see if you can't see that. I don't know if you can see that. Golly, look at yikes. Go ahead on camera. Okay, come through camera. On this E right here, the stones are on top of each other. Yep, you can see it better right there. See, the stones are on top of each other right there. And it's just like, bro, why? Why did you do this to me? So, but the colors, look at that. That is so pretty. So this is Jonquil AB and Jet Black. And that Jonquil like really went well with this brown. Like really went well with that brown. That's really pretty. So yeah, this is super pretty. Um Yeah, that black and tan is pretty. We'll figure it out. I really want to redo it. I'm gonna look and see if I can't find. I know they have this again, but I'm gonna see if I can't find it without the thing. And then of course here is the rose and the um amethyst on top. That lined up really well. It's really pretty. John 316. It's 316 is Jonquil AB as well. It's just this is SS10 and this is SS6. So on the love design, in SS6, the John 316 is SS10, but the word loved is SS6. So I just use Jonquil AB for both SS6 Jonquil AB and SS10 Jonquil AB, and then Jet Black, which I wanted to do Black Diamond. Black Diamond, I still think would have been fire too. I really do. Thank you, Sharon Davenport, for the super chat. Holler. Yes, honey. Yes. Thank you, Sharon Davenport. I am so looking forward to seeing you in July. It's ridiculous. And get my hug. This is the design, the colors, my favorite so far tonight. That's my favorite. But I love these too, because y'all, olivine is out here olivining. Okay. Olivine is one of those colors that when you use it, it surprises you because you forget that it even exists and that it's that pretty. But olivine is gorgeous. And then that pink outline on that black one, chef's kiss. Okay. Chef's kiss. Absolutely gorgeous. So this is pretty. And like I said, this all of these were structured hats. I didn't do any of the well, this was the unstructured hat. And I would take it off. This one I did Violet Volcano, and the outline is silver crystal. It's a metal light. So this is Violet Volcano, and then the outline is metal light on a purple hat. So this turned out really pretty too. But of course it's purple, so it's fine. Holler. So yeah. But yeah, they turned out great. So we're gonna do a roll on both of these, okay? And I refuse. I refuse to send that out. I don't care what y'all say. I love y'all. I'm not sending that out. We're gonna have to figure that out. Olivine has that. What is that color kind of vibe? Right, fam. Right, because you be like, oh, wait a minute, is that green? Is that gold? Is it olivine? Yes, it's olivine. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And then, like I said, I put the bless down too low. I should have did the outline first. Okay. Y'all gonna be gone so you can sneak in. Yeah. I don't know. I want my. I want to. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Olive green, olivine. Oh, Keisha, that's a good way to look at that. I never thought about it like that. But yeah, it's like an olive. Okay, so I need StreamYard. That's what I need. I'm just all over the place. There it is. And oh, it's after 11 already. Okay, so we are going to do on this one, the pink one, the word is going to be strong. And I have a link in the description if you win US residents only tonight. Well, until we can figure out tariffs, is US residents only. Okay. But the link is in the description. It says giveaway winner form. Click that link if you win and fill it out and say that you won the strong hat. And put your full address, please, city, state, and zip. Some folk like making me work and not put a zip code. Please put a zip code. And then we will get this shipped out. I have Clack fans down there to ship out that we did a giveaway for on Friday. So that's going to go out. I got Miss Joy's shirt to put with her fan. So I got a lot to do, but this is for the pink strong hat. This is for the pink strong hat. And it is a structured snapback hat. A structured snap, wait a minute, a structured 5-panel pink snapback trucker hat. That's what this is. A whole lot to say. It's just a pink hat. With bling on it now. Holler. With bling on it. That's so pretty. And this is SS6. All that we did tonight was SS6. So hashtag team SS6 for sure. And the SS6 is blinging super hard. All right, so we are going to go ahead and draw for this hat. And like I said, the link is in the description that you can click to fill out the form. If you win, name, full address with city, state, and zip, please. Thank you very much. Ahead of time. And you got till Tuesday to fill out that form and send it in so that I can get this out. I'd rather send it out tomorrow. And D. Smith, I know you're going to fill it out. D. Smith, congratulations. Holler. Yes, honey. Yes. Congratulations, D. Smith, for your strong hat. I also have a California decal I got to send out too. I got to take care of that too. Quite a few things. Okay. And so the next one is going to be for the Olivine Blessed hat. So we're going to do Blessed. BLESSED. And then so D. Smith, if you'll hang out, because you can't, I don't want you to win twice in the same show. So if your name is picked again, I'm gonna have to roll again so that everybody can get an opportunity to win. But this is Olivine with rose outline around. Look, somebody come and look at this bling. Oh my goodness. That's crazy. The colors are so pretty. So pretty. Alrighty, we are getting ready to roll for this one. Again, be sure to click the link in the description and fill it out. City, state, and zip, please. And the winner is our Love Landers. Holler. Yes, honey. Yes. Congratulations for winning the blessed hat. Thank you so very much. So I appreciate y'all coming to hang out with me tonight. Again, I will not be live next week. If you are a member here on the channel, if you have like the little green symbol or whatever color symbol it is by your name showing membership, then you will have a link that you can click on, and I don't know where it's at, that has the so I made bigger fan. These are staves, if I'm not mistaken. They are called staves on the fan, and I made my own so that I could make a rhinestone template for it, because you cannot put rhinestones heat on this plastic. You'll melt it. And so these rhinestones are self-adhesive, so that's why these are on there. But the press on, you can press rhinestones. you can press Hotfix rhinestones onto wood. So I created a template for wood. If you have a laser cutter, diode works, and you put your wood in there. I would do no bigger than 3 millimeter basswood, and then you can cut out the rhinestone template and press it onto the basswood. But if you want to do these plastic ones, these are you can get self-adhesive rhinestone strips. They sell them on Amazon. Several people do. And you can cut the strips and put them on your fan. And then you can have rhinestones on your fan. But the rhinestone template and the SVG for the fan staves is in the membership community tab here on YouTube. You can click the link and go download that from our Google Drive for our YouTube channel. Again, the links are in the description for tickets to the Applique Getaway, which the Applique Getaway itself is not our event. It's an annual event that's held for crafters in general, creators who do embroidery, sublimation, that sewing, that type crowd. They'll have vendors there selling stuff. We also will be there selling rhinestones on site. So that is July 16th, 17th, 16th, 17th, 16th, 17th, 18th. Hold on. Let me get my dates right. If you're near the area, please definitely consider coming. The link in the description is my affiliate link, so to speak. It's July 17th through the 20th. Hold on. Let me share this. Okay, so it's the 17th through the 20th. It's in Irving, Texas, and it's going to be at the Westin. And they have all kinds of classes, vendors, all kinds of stuff. And the registration is now open. Okay, it is now open, so definitely come. They'll have after-hour social things, all kind of stuff. Just bring your credit card and be ready to shop, because when I tell you I shopped till I could have dropped, I did. I'm glad that I was working the table selling the rhinestones, because that kept me from going around to these dang vendors and spending money that I didn't need to be spending. But I did get some stuff to bring home to do the giveaways, which we did. So it was a lot of fun. But if you can make it, that would be great. We would love to see you there, because we will have a small bling party there on Saturday night. And I also have a class that I'll be teaching as well. So that's going to be coming up July 17th through the 20th. But also, and then we have the Bling Fest coming up as well. And the Bling Fest will be in Charlotte, October the 25th. And if you click the link in the description, then you will see the tickets. So the link in the description should take you to this page. And here is the tickets for the Bling Fest, a video to watch, and just, a quick rundown of it. So a lot of fun. Bling Fest is our event. It's going to be held here in Charlotte, North Carolina. We will now have an after hours dance-ery going on. Little dance party where we'll be clacking fans apparently and having a good time doing some boot and scoot boogies or what all ever we need to do, wobbles, whatever. Okay, we're gonna have a good time. So definitely check that out. If you do consider attending the Bling Fest on Friday before the Bling Fest, so there's the Bling Fest is on Saturday. Friday night we have an upscale dinner that's plated and you're served. And that is on Friday night. If you would like to attend that as well, tickets to that is there as well. So definitely consider coming and having a good time with us, because we usually have a really good time at Bling Fest, and we got some other fun stuff going on this year that we did not have the last 2 years. So definitely check that out. All right, you guys. So thank you for coming to hang out with us. I really appreciate you being here. I will not be on next weekend, so I will miss you, but the mister will be having his fun with his wife. That's what he asked for, and so that's what we shall do. And then we'll be back the following week with some more fun. I don't know what we'll be doing yet, so we'll kind of clue you in as we roll along with it. So I hope you guys have a great night, and until the next time we see you, we hope you have happy playing. Have a good night, y'all. Bye. If I can get it together, I'm struggling tonight, y'all. But anyways.